My name is Nailah Imoja. I am a writer. I think what inspired me to start writing actually was reading. I've always loved reading. I've been reading since I was 3 years old. My mum taught me to read. And I think it was once you get past the stage of learning to read and you actually get to the stage where you're enjoying it. You pick up a book, you're enjoying what you're doing. Eventually you're going to evolve to that stage where you think, hey, I wonder if I could create an imaginary world. I wonder if I could write as well. And that's where it came from for me. I would think one of the major changes for me was actually coming to Barbados, because I wasn't born here. I was born in England, and of course you're speaking very British, you know, kind of mixed up Cockney thing, and in fact my Bajan mother used to say that there were times when I would be talking to her and she couldn't understand anything I was saying. And I think though that coming to Barbados, which then, coming here I had to learn a new language. I had to learn Bajan. And Bajan is an extremely expressive language. It's very poetic, not just in terms of the words that you use, but the rhythms of the language. And I would like to think that that was one of the things that helped me mature, especially in terms of my style as an artist. I think the first time I entered NIFCA was probably 1988. I had just returned from studying in Canada. And it was in Canada, interestingly enough, where I became a writer. It was in Canada that I first started sharing my work publicly. So when I came back to Barbados, I was looking for that. I was looking for that circle, something that I felt where I would find some kind of kinship. And NIFCA became a part of that. When I went to the Cultural Foundation and spoke to John Gilmore, who was the cultural officer for literary arts at the time, and you know, he kind of guided me through these ropes. I won the Kamal Brathwaite Award for poetry back in 1998, and that was a high point for me because it was rare. I think the prize had only been won once before, so it was rarely awarded. And also it said to me, you know what, you've reached a certain level in terms of your development. And for me, that was what NIFCA was about. That's what it became about. I might not have entered with the view of improving my craft necessarily, but inevitably that's what happened, because if you're going back year after year, if you've got any sense, you're not going back year after year to do the same thing. If you go back year after year to do the same thing, you're going to get the same results. So what it meant was that I had to take time, I had to read and learn about writing, learn about the craft. I had to attend the workshops that the NCF has, you know, they staged quite a few of these workshops. And so you would go to these things with a view to improving your standard as a writer. My name is Nailah Imoja, and I'm a writer.